Hi, welcome to the Careers Unfiltered podcast with Mentoria. You may know your dream job, you may know your dream career, but do you know what goes on behind the scenes in your chosen career path? Have you been able to separate the glamour from the reality in your career? Do you know the good, the bad, and the ugly in your career? Most people walk into their careers without having any idea in terms of what really happens in that career, how to crack success, how to get the right job, how to grow in the career. Don't be those people. Get the ins and outs of your career path through some of the best subject matter experts and industry professionals that Mentoria will bring to you on the Careers Unfiltered podcast.
When we are going through this field, we are contributing a huge amount to the healthcare. That's the main thing. Then it's a space where we can learn continuously, and it helps us for the professional growth. What we are going through this course, it's more related to the medical aspects like the anatomy, physiology. So those things we undergo through while we are doing our graduation days. So it's much more connected. So that's why I chose this path. So those who are from the medical background, it will be much easier. And it's very different from the coding from the IT system. It's not what you say have begun in India, because in India it's not much developed like the US system or the Australian system, and this system is available from 1990s. Okay, so the WHO is the one who releases the ICD-10 codes, which is the basic codes for the diagnosis we are using. So it's available from the 1990s, and it gets regularly updated. So there will be a community under those system. So those people under this committee, they develop or they update the codes regularly based on the development of new diseases or new procedures, etc. So basically, if you want to do this medical coding, it's like a diploma course for 3 months. So anyone can do that. The number one condition is that the individual should be possess a bachelor's degree in any of the field. If it is any BTech engineering or BCom, whatever it is. But much more, it's efficient for those who are coming from the medical background. Okay, so those people, they'll be given much preference, but others with other degrees, if they are engineering graduates, if they are from any of the BA Arts, BA Science, BSc Science, or any degree, that's the main thing we have to consider while pursuing this course. When you complete after the 10th standard, those who are with the science, obtain the science subjects will be much possible to do this course, because those who are considered with those degrees are much they are given much preference for this course for the medical coding jobs. The job is preferred for those who are from the medical background, because what we are doing through our graduation days, we basically at the beginning we do the anatomy, physiology, and we study about different diseases and its progression, treatments. So that is a basic for the medical coding. So we have to know the knowledge about those things before we are pursuing a career in medical coding. So that's why I have chosen that career. It's like a diploma course because there is it's for like 3 months, and there are some courses for 6 months. So basically, for the there are different types of coding systems as per my knowledge, because there is American system of coding, and also the Australian system of coding, and also other the countries like Canada, France, Belgium, Spain. They also have the system of coding also, but these are the American and the Australian system of the coding is the most practiced ones. For the American system of coding, there is an association which is preferred, that is AAPC. It's called the American Association of Professional Coders, or AHIMA, that is American Health Information Management Association. So those are the organization which give the certifications, provide the certifications for this American system of coding. And for the Australian system of coding, it's the HIMA from Australia, that is Health Information Management Association of Australia. So those are the recognizable organization, those who give the certification for this. And for HIMA, they provide through the online. So we'll have to contact through the online. For the AAPC, for the American System of Coding, it's available almost in every part of India. So maybe you can Google it, or maybe you can go through the AAPC website, from where we can see the recognized institutions which provide this course. So the basic for this system of coding is WHO, because the WHO has released this ICD-10, what you say is ICD-10 for the diagnosis for the diseases. So that is a basis for the medical coding. And for the treatments or any procedures or any test, lab tests or something like that, that is done by the specific associations. The method of coding is almost similar, but the only difference is in the codes used. That's the main difference which we undergo while practicing this medical coding. The basic thing is you should have a knowledge about the medical terminologies. As I said, about the anatomy, physiology, and you should have knowledge about the diseases, what all treatments are used for those diseases, procedures, lab tests, everything. That is the main aspect. And secondly, you'll have to have knowledge about while you're working for any software companies or insurance, whatever it is. You'll have to have knowledge about the office, the computer basic skills, like the Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel, Office, Word, etc. You have to have good knowledge about those, so that because we'll have to send numerous data. We have to go through numerous data and analyze those things. So it's very important to have good knowledge about that, and you should be updated regularly on the coding guidelines and the documentation guidelines, any other requirements. So those things we have to consider. We have to get updated how to use the AI for the medical coding. Actually, I'm working in it's like an RCM software company, which is like a provider for the hospitals. So there are different types of jobs. A medical coder can work in a hospital or clinics. Sometimes he can work in any insurance companies, or like myself, he can work in a software company for a medical coding software. So as per from my part, what we do is we prepare the medical data. So we compare those. We say in the clinical terms or in software terms, we do the mapping. This diagnosis goes with this procedure. If a patient has, for example, the patient is diabetic, so he should be given the blood sugar test. So we match those things, and we provide those data to the IT team, and they deploy in the system and develop those things. When coming to those working in hospitals, after the patient is consulted by the doctor, the documentation is provided, and these medical coders abstract those data from the documentation, and they assign the proper codes for those. For the diagnosis, the patient has been diagnosed with this disease, and he has been given this treatment, or he has been given this lab test, or some etc. So coders code those things, and this coded data goes to the payer side. Payer side means the insurance companies. So there will be coders in medical coders in this insurance companies. Those people they analyze those assigned codes, and they'll check those things, and according to that, if it is appropriate, the insurance companies will give the reimburse the amount to the hospital. So that is what happens in the hospitals. From my side, it's like we have to develop so many medical data for maybe sometimes for the diseases, for the procedures, treatments, lab tests, and also for the medical equipment use. So we develop those things, and actually it's a challengeable situation, but it's very helpful, as you know, we are from the medical background. It will be much easier for us. The job is very challengeable because we have to build numerous data, and basic maybe sometimes we have to build based on the guidelines for the software. Sometimes we'll have to build medical data based on the requirement from the clients or the hospitals. So it's very challengeable, but I used to make a balance between the work and family life. There is a space for us to learn continuously. So those are things we can consider. As a coder, medical coder, some of the challenges we are facing are the changing coding guidelines, because this coding guidelines gets updated regularly. So we have to be updated based on that. Then only we can survive in the healthcare field. And another thing is that we have to be aware of the new development in the healthcare fields. And then the third part is that the increased documentation requirement. Yeah, that's a misconception between the general people, because AI won't replace the humans. It will just minimize the human intervention. That's what artificial intelligence will be doing. And other thing is that the medical coders will have to analyze the quality of the AI outcome. So basically speaking, it won't replace the humans. It's easier for the medical coders because there are different softwares that will be provided by the hospitals. So the medical coders will have to, the work will be much easier, but they have to analyze the data properly. As I said, the human intervention is required for this medical coding. If currently in India, it's happening is the jobs are like what we say is the companies are outsourcing from abroad. So there are so many similar to the IT field. There are so many companies in you can say in Bangalore, in different parts of India, like Hyderabad, Pune, etc. Those companies are outsourcing those things. And in India, in the healthcare system in India, the thing is that the insurance companies are present, but the medical coding system is not it's not applied currently. Till now, it's not applied in the healthcare system of India. We have to get updated, especially for the AI. So we should know how to use the AI for the medical coding purpose. So those people who can get updated based on that can survive in the medical coding field. But I can say that, as I have said earlier, it won't replace completely the humans, because the humans will have to analyze the data which is produced by the AI, whether it's apt or appropriate or not. As there is regular development in the healthcare field, there is a space for us to learn continuously. In the next 5 years, there will be much career opportunities. Career doesn't dies off, so it still goes on, because these medical coders are an important part of the healthcare system. So there will be much career opportunities in future. you can enter as an entry level coder. Then after that, you can gain much experience as a coder. Then you can go through like based on the specialty. Maybe you can become a coder in surgery, or a emergency department coder. Or maybe you can become the rehab the rehab center, the rehabilitation coder, etc. After that, you can become coding supervisor. Then you can become like the risk adjustment coder. Those who help in the reimbursement to reduce the claim rejections, so that the hospital or the healthcare system doesn't have much loss with regards to the revenue. Then you can become coding managers to the as the RCM managers, those at the top level of in the healthcare system. If you want to work in a big hospital, or if you want to work in rehab centers, so the coders with experience from those departments will be considered apart from the freshers. And when your experience becomes high, you'll get packages based on that, where like maybe sometimes like 50 to for example 1 lakh. So when you go abroad, you can get almost like about 1 lakh per month, etc., based on your experience. So every country, they need their experience. If you are working from India for a US company, that is a different experience. But when you want to go to, for example, if you want to go to Middle East, or if you want to go to US or UK or New Zealand, based on your experience, you'll be paid. The first and the most important advice I can give is have a view about yourself, what you want to become, and what field you have to be in. That's the most important thing, what I would advise. And when you're choosing a career path, do a proper research. Ask people, those who are working in the respective fields, about the job opportunities and its stability, how it will impact us. Okay.